Hey guys, I'm hosting my very first Valentine's Day swap. I'm going to share all the details and show you some examples of what we're going to make. Stay tuned for all the details.
The sun sets, the moon rises, the sky is filled with stars. The air scented with roses, perfect night for lovers.
Hi everyone, thank you for
Day.
stopping by my channel. I am coming on to announce the Valentine's Day swap that I will be hosting. And it will be make one and receive one, or if you want to make two, you'll receive two back. You do not need to make me one, so no worries about that. This is going to be to make a loaded nesting tag or banner stack, and there will not be any sign-ups required. I am asking that it be to me by February 3rd. That way I have time to package everything up and get it out to all the participants so they can enjoy it before Thanksgiving. So on the next page, I am going to show some details about types of things that you can make, and then after that, I will show you some examples. Okay, so here are the particulars. Again, it's make one, receive one, or make two and receive two. It's called a loaded nested tag or banner stack, and it should be Valentine's Day themed using, whatever collection you want or pretty paper. And it's due by February 3rd. Everything should fit in the stack, and I will show you examples of it after I'm done going over the details. It must include at least 6 different handmade items, and below are some ideas. It does not need to be from this list, but these are just some ideas. And if you do make, say, a set of shakers, make sure you send at least 2 die cuts. It should be a set of 10. If you want to make some bows, make at least 2. Handmade flowers, I would say maybe make at least 6 of those. You can do shadow words, maybe a set of 6 or more. A sequins mix, a decorated pennant or flag, a couple of hidden paper clips, maybe a set of 2, a set of rosettes, 2 or more. Decorated ruffles, I would say a set of 2. A decorated bag toppers, a set of 2. If you want to do trim or ribbon, I would say maybe 3 different styles, and 18 inches or so is usually what people like to see. If you want to do a small tag flip that fits in one of the pockets, that would be great. Another thing would be some twinchies, maybe a set of 4 of those. And the last suggestion is a couple of layered embellishments, and I would say maybe 2 minimum of those. So pretty much 2 of each of the 6 at a minimum. If you want to make more, that's okay, but it's not required. Okay, so now I'm going to show some examples of what some of these loaded stacks look like. All right, here in front of me, I have 3 samples of some ideas for types of pockets you can make. I'm going to show you each one, and I'll show you the die set that I used to put it together. So let me put these aside. My desk is very full over here. So we'll start with this one. I used this banner die set. I believe this is at Chaos Craft. It's either Chaos Craft or ZF Party. I don't know if it's still available, but it has 4 nesting dies. So you can see what I mean by nesting dies, like this. And I cut 1 of each. The largest one I cut 2 of so I could create the very back pocket. And I'll show you what that looks like here. Okay. So on the front, I just made this really quick this morning, and I wanted to use the craft cardstock just to whip it out real quick. I would use maybe different colors or pattern paper from a Valentine collection. Or if you don't have any Valentine collections, you can use solid color paper and maybe decorate it up a little bit. But I just added this painted wood piece that I got at the Dollar Tree, painted it. It's just on here with glue dots. And this is a bow I added. There's little places here. This is a pretty small pocket, so this would be good maybe for a sequin mix. You can see these pockets are pretty big. To add some interest to this one, since it's plain, I just added this little heart clip, and you could add maybe a bow here or bling it up with some jemmies or lace trim. On the bottom here, I added a little bit of pom-pom trim. Super fun. I love the way that turned out. Then the second sample is this one. And I used this tag set. I believe this is Chaos Craft. It has 3 tags that nest inside each other. Now I would like the pocket to have at least 3 nested layers like this. This is 3. So that's that tag set. This looks super cute. Let me move this aside. For this one, I used Christmas paper just because I had it out. I actually used a 6x6 paper pad for this. There's the hole from the top of the book, but you can cover that up if you don't have any larger paper pads. And I added a little pick in here. And once your pockets are full, this will stay better. You could bling this up even more too. And I did decorate the top of each of the tags just to add some interest. When you take the goodies out, you'll be able to see that. So I even have a tag flip in the back pocket here, and it's pretty big. It's chunky, and it's got 6 or 7 tags in here. It's just right in there. Then there's a bunch of neat twine and yarn back here. Looks cute sticking out of the top of the pocket. And I did put pattern paper on the back here, so you can decorate that. Let me show you, I used these from a loaded pocket die set to adhere the pockets to create the pockets. And I just trimmed them down to size. If I have time, I will do a separate video and I will do a tutorial on how I put one of these together and how I use these. Okay, so that's the second sample. The third and final one, I used this set of dies. This is a ZF Party die set. I think they're calling them tags, but I think they look like a banner, and there's 3 nesting dies in there. So let me move this over. Here's the last one I made, and it's the most decorated. I added a little, well, let me show you the side. You can see the side view. It's very chunky. I added a little bow on here, some flowers down here, and a little cluster. You could definitely decorate this. You can add some trim on here if you want. Lace trim, pom-poms. Then I made this little pennant flag here. In the first pocket, I've got some words. Would be nice if this had a bag topper on the top of it, just so it was really pretty and decorated. This one has a bag topper. Maybe I could put a few flowers on here or some hearts or something. Something Valentine-y. I just did not have time to do all that. Then I also have in this pocket some dies. Again, maybe put a bag topper on there. And here's some paper flowers I made. A little tiny little bead dangle on there. And I got one more pocket. I can get this back in here. This has 3 things in it. I would not do matchy-matchy paper like this either. Just mix it up. This has bag topper with a rosette. That's a big rosette too. Yeah, this has some bows in there. There's 6 bows in there. And lastly, some die cuts. So those, it would be nice if they had, just make it full and decorative. You'll know like how many bag toppers you want in each section and kind of stack it up so it looks really pretty. Put that back in there. All right, so there are the 3 samples. You do not need to use one of these. Look through your stash and see what stacking nesting die sets you have that would be good for this. If you don't have anything like this, you can always cut tags out just with pieces of paper and make them smaller, 3 or 4 different size tags, punch a hole in it. You can use a Cricut. Maybe if you have some heart nesting dies that are good size, you could make those different sizes and make those your pockets too. One is not necessary for me. Make 1, receive 1, make 2, receive 2. If you're going to put any extra goodies in, I would like everything to fit in one bag. So this, for instance, is a loot bag from the Dollar Tree. Just put it in here so it looks really pretty when you open it. If you want to add some shred or some other whatever down there, you can put if you have any goodies or anything else you're including, put them back here. So it should all fit in one bag. And maybe tie this closed with some nice trim or ribbon and tie a bow. And if you could put a tag on the outside and on the back, put your information so I know who it's from. I think that's everything I covered. Make a note in your little swap book. Remind yourself that you want to join this swap. These were easy to make, so I made these all 3 this morning. Probably the longest will take doing all your cutting of everything that you put in it. And you can choose at least 6 of the items on the list that I showed at the beginning of the video. If you have any questions, you can leave me a comment or email me when you get your swap done and you're ready to send it to me. If you do not have my mailing address, shoot me an email and I will give you that information. You can email me or message me on Instagram. All right, everyone. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.